Hello everyone, welcome back to See Your Dreams YouTube channel. So I am Somya Agarwal and this time I am with the topic CARO 2020. So this is applicable from 22 exams onwards till further notification, and I am using the study material of CA Final Audit, and this is the updated module which I have downloaded from Institute's website. Okay, so you can also download and read, or you can also order it. I have ordered a hard copy from the Institute's website, so you can get from there also, and otherwise it is available on Institute's website also. Okay, and always refer the updated study material. Okay, so this is the recent material that was released for specifically May 22 exams onwards. So let's start. And the language which I will use will be maximum English so that everyone is comfortable with the explanation, and also wherever I will feel that I am not that clear, to the students who are more comfortable in Hindi, जिन लोगों को हिंदी ज़्यादा समझता है, for them I'll translate the same in Hindi as well. Okay, so these videos will be applicable for everyone. I'm addressing everyone, and I will regularly upload small parts of this topic. So I'm telling you that how many clauses I am going to cover in this video. My target for today will be first to 5 clauses. Okay, because I have prepared a memory technique through which you can learn also the clauses, and you can also remember the clause numbers also. Okay. So for a brief introduction of audit report, I'm telling you that a CA is supposed to give audit report. Nowadays tax audit season is going, so you all must be aware that tax audit reports are prepared. Okay, so in that audit report only, one additional clause, one additional, you can say not clause, one additional reporting requirement is there, and that reporting is due to CARO. Okay, this reporting is due to CARO. There is one additional reporting that a chartered accountant or the auditor is supposed to do in the audit report along with the other clauses of audit report. So what does the auditor do? The auditor review and assess the conclusions drawn from the audit evidence obtained on the basis for the expression of an opinion on the financial statements. That means after analyzing the financial statements of the client, what does the auditor do? The auditor expresses an opinion that whether the financial statements are in accordance with the applicable financial reporting framework or not. Okay, and whether he has complied with the statutory requirements. So on all those, after analyzing all these things, an auditor is supposed to prepare an audit report, right? एक auditor क्या करता है, ये सारी चीज़ें देखता है and he prepares the audit report. But to some of the companies, one additional requirement is there, and that additional requirement is due to CARO. That additional requirement is under CARO. Okay, so in exercise of the powers conferred by Section 143, subsection 11 of Companies Act 2013, the central government, after consultation with National Financial Reporting Authority, constituted under Section 132 of the Companies Act 2013, and has issued Companies Auditors Report Order 2020. Before this, CARO 2016 was applicable, but on 25th of February, on 25th February 2020. 25th February 2020. This CARO 2020 has become applicable. So Companies Act, along with the consultation of NFRA, that means your National Financial Reporting Authority, they have issued Companies Auditors Report Order 2020. That means on 25th of February. This may be asked in your MCQs. So how you can remember is on 25th December there is Christmas, and February is the second month. So 25th February 2020. On 25th February 2020, CARO 2020 has been issued by by the Companies Act in consultation with NFRA. What is NFRA? National Financial Reporting Authority. So what did they do? They have issued CARO 2020. Under CARO 2016 also, the auditor was supposed to do one additional requirement under CARO 2016. But now from 25th February onwards, as they have issued a new CARO, that means CARO 2020, CARO 2020 has become applicable for the reporting purpose also and for the examination purpose also. Okay. Now, applicability of order. So the CARO 2020 is an additional reporting requirement. I already told you that along with the audit report, that means the regular audit report as the auditor issues, one additional requirement is applicable for some of the companies. We will read where it is applicable and where it is not applicable, but this is one additional requirement. That means along with the regular audit report, there is one additional reporting that is to be made by the auditor. Okay, so the order applies to every company, including a foreign company. Now, what did you notice one thing? They have written every company. That means CARO 2020 means if the audit report is prepared for any company, then you have to report as per CARO also. Okay, so this order is applicable to every company and along with including a foreign company as defined in clause 42 of section 2. That means 242 refers for foreign company. So they are saying that only that CARO is applicable for every company, including, that means foreign companies not excluded from this additional requirement. If you are doing the audit of a foreign company, then also you have to report, you have to do one additional reporting under CARO 2020. Okay. However, the order specifically exempts the following classes. So now we are going to move towards the exemptions. That means to all those companies for which CARO is not applicable. So till now what we have studied that there is one additional requirement to be made under CARO 2020. What is the applicability? The applicability is that this additional requirement is to be made for every company, including foreign company. Okay, but now we are going to read the exceptions. Until now, I guess everyone is comfortable, but still, let me just give you one brief summary for Hindi. इन हिंदी देखो, अभी तक हम लोगों ने क्या पढ़ा कि जैसे ऑडिट रिपोर्ट बनती है वैसे ही ऑडिट रिपोर्ट बनेगी, ठीक है ना. लेकिन क्योंकि जो कारो है वो इशू हो गया है, मीन्स एक एडिशनल रिक्वायरमेंट है जो इशू करी है कंपनीज एक्ट ने इन कंसल्टेशन विद NFRA. तो इन दोनों ने मिलके एक एडिशनल रिक्वायरमेंट कर दी है कि आपको एक एडिशनल रिपोर्टिंग करनी होगी अंडर कारो. ये 2016 में भी था एंड अब 2020 आ गया है, तो हम कारो 2020 को फॉलो करेंगे. तो ये सारी की सारी कंपनीज पे एप्लीकेबल होगा, इंक्लूडिंग फॉरेन कंपनी. लेकिन अब हम कुछ एक्सेप्शंस पढ़ेंगे. दैट मीन्स टू ऑल दोज कंपनीज, वो कंपनी तो है लेकिन उस पर कारो एप्लीकेबल नहीं होगा. ओके, सो नाउ लेट्स प्रोसीड टुवर्ड्स exemptions for reporting under CARO 2020. Why is it not moving? So the exemptions are the exempted classes of companies. So for this I have prepared one memory technique, and that memory technique is one person. There was one person, and let's assume that this person is a female. And what do small babies do? They are generally more attached to their mother only. Okay, so what does the mother do? The mother carries the baby everywhere, wherever she goes. So there was one lady, you can say one person, who had a small baby, and at 8 p.m. she went to a private bank and a insurance company. Okay, so one person along with her baby, her small baby, at 8 p.m. she went to private bank and insurance company. So with this memory technique, you will be able to learn all the points of exempted classes of companies. That means to all those companies, we have just read that CARO is applicable. There is one additional reporting under CARO to be made if you are doing the audit of companies, and that companies include foreign companies. But to these companies also, there are some exempted classes of companies. That means to these companies, you do not need to do any additional reporting requirement under CARO. So what is the memory technique? One person along with her small baby at 8 p.m. she went to a private bank and insurance company. Now, what do you mean by one person? One person means one person as defined under clause 262 of section 2. That means section 2 clause 62 of Companies Act 2013 means all those companies which are one person company, you do not need to do any reporting under CARO if you are doing the audit of a one person company. Same is the case with small baby, that means small companies. So small companies as defined under clause 85 of section 2 of the Companies Act. That means you do not need to do any reporting under CARO if you are doing the audit of a small company. Okay, so one person along with her small baby at 8 p.m. What do you mean by 8 p.m.? That means section 8 companies. So to all the companies to which section 8 is applicable, that means which are licensed to operate under section 8 of the Companies Act, to all those companies CARO is not applicable. ठीक है? Then at 8 p.m. where did she go? She went to a private bank. So what do you mean by private? Private means a private limited company. A private limited company. Now this private limited company this should not be a subsidiary or holding of a public company, because आप लोगों ने पढ़ा होगा private limited company की definition में, you must have read in the definition of private limited company also that a subsidiary of a public company is also deemed to be a public company only. Okay, so private limited should not be a subsidiary or a holding of a public company. Okay, so if it is a private limited company, and now to this also there are some conditions. That means till here what we can we can understand that to all the private companies, private limited companies, there is no need to report under CARO. ओके, यहाँ तक पढ़ के हमको यही समझा कि प्राइवेट कंपनी पे अच्छा हमें रिपोर्टिंग नहीं करना, बट नहीं, द इंस्टीट्यूट इज गिविंग यू सम कंडीशंस दैट इफ दीज कंडीशंस आर एप्लीकेबल then only you do not need to do any reporting, and otherwise if it is a private limited company then you have to report. ठीक है ना? तो प्राइवेट लिमिटेड कंपनी में क्या कंडीशंस हैं जब आपको रिपोर्टिंग नहीं करनी है? So which has a paid up share capital and reserve and surplus not more than rupees 1 crore. So if it exceeds 1 crore, that means the total of paid up share capital, suppose it is a balance sheet and it is a paid up share capital and reserve and surplus. Okay, so the total of these two, share capital and reserve and surplus, should not be greater than 1 crore. If it is exceeding 1 crore, then CARO will become applicable. Okay, so paid up share capital plus reserve and surplus. You can add reserve and surplus also here. So if the total of paid up share capital and reserve and surplus is less than 1 crore, then no need to report. That means it will come into exceptions. But if it is greater than 1 crore, then you have to report. Okay, now comes the most important part. And what is that part? This part is and. Now in MCQs you will get such type of questions. You may get such type of questions where they might confuse you among and or. So please do remember that here it is not written or, here it is written and. That means you have to comply with all the conditions. If any one of the condition is not being complied, then you will have to report. Okay, so and which has total borrowings exceeding, which does not have total borrowings exceeding 1 crore. That means neither the total of paid up share capital and reserve and surplus is greater than 1 crore, nor the total borrowings are greater than 1 crore. And also there is one more condition, which does not have a total revenue as disclosed in Schedule 3 exceeding rupees 10 crore during the financial year as per the financial statements. That means there are three conditions. If these three conditions are complied, then though it will come into exceptions. But if these three conditions are exceeded, then you have to report under CARO 2020. Okay, so what are these three conditions? The total of paid up share capital plus reserve and surplus should be less than 1 crore, should not be more than 1 crore. If it is 1 crore, then you do not need to report. So that means less than or equal to, less than or equal to. So if it is less than or equal to 1 crore, that means it is not more than 1 crore, plus total borrowings are not more than 1 crore, and plus total revenue is not more than 10 crore. So if these all three conditions are satisfied, then प्राइवेट लिमिटेड कंपनी विल कम इनटू एक्सेप्शंस. मीन्स 3 कंडीशन सेटिस्फाई होनी चाहिए. अगर इन 3 कंडीशन से ज़्यादा हुआ तो प्राइवेट लिमिटेड पे रिपोर्टिंग लग जाएगी. लेकिन अगर इन कंडीशंस को कंप्लाई किया तो प्राइवेट लिमिटेड कंपनी क्या आएगी, एक्सेप्शन में आएगी. तो वो 3 कंडीशन क्या है? जो आपकी टोटल रेवेन्यू है वो 10 करोड़ से ज़्यादा नहीं होनी चाहिए. जो पेड अप शेयर कैपिटल और रिजर्व एंड सरप्लस का टोटल है वो 1 करोड़ से ज़्यादा नहीं होना चाहिए. और जो बोरोइंग्स हैं वो भी 1 करोड़ से ज़्यादा नहीं होनी चाहिए. इन तीनों कंडीशंस के बीच में और नहीं लगा है. मीन्स अगर मेरी बोरोइंग्स, इफ़ माई बोरोइंग्स आर more than 1 crore but the total of paid up share capital and reserve and surplus is less than 1 crore, then I will have to report under CARO because second wali condition is not being complied. Okay, so till here what we have read, one person along with a small baby at 8 p.m. went to private. Now next comes bank, private bank. So banking company as defined under clause C of section 5 of Banking Regulation Act. And then your next part is insurance company. That means an insurance company as defined under Insurance Act 1938. Okay. So I hope you were able to learn all the exceptions. What was it? One person company, a small company, section 8 company, private limited company, and there were 3 conditions. First, paid up share capital plus reserve and surplus should not be more than 1 crore. Borrowing should not be more than 1 crore. And total revenue as per the financial statements should not be more than 1 crore. Then your banking company as defined under section 5 of Banking Regulation Act, 5C of Banking Regulation Act, and insurance company as defined under section under Insurance Act 1938. Okay, so I hope that you're clear till here. Now we have to proceed with the contents. That means except all these companies, means these are exceptions. So except all these companies, to all the other companies you have to report under CARO 2020. That means you have to additionally report one requirement. You are required to report additionally, and that additional requirement is for reporting under CARO 2020. Okay. So we will continue with this in the next video, and I have prepared one memory technique for you. So I'll start with this only from the next part. Okay. So I hope that you were able to understand till here, and if you have any doubts you can feel free to comment down. I'll reply to each and every doubt. So thanking you, ending the video here, and if you like this video then please press the like button. Thank you.